Six things to invest your money and become a millionaire within a shortest period of time. Six things to invest your money and become a millionaire in the shortest period of time. I want to discuss with you. There are some things that you can invest your money and they become assets and they make you an instant millionaire. There are some things you acquire, they are liabilities, while some things you acquire are assets. And some people don't differentiate between assets and liabilities. Assets are things that you acquire today and tomorrow they will appreciate in value. While liabilities are things that you acquire today, by tomorrow they will depreciate in value. The difference between assets and liability is that assets will make you more money, while liability will make you to spend more money in maintaining it. Some liabilities are very necessary. Example of those necessary liabilities are cars and other things. Although they are liabilities, but they are still very necessary. One thing with car is that any car you buy today, if you're selling it tomorrow, you won't sell it the same amount of money you buy it. So that is why we say that car is a liability. So today, I want to share with you seven things that you should invest your money, and you will be sure that you will make more money from it and become a millionaire in the shortest period of time. This has been I have to get this information through my long years in being an entrepreneur and a serial investor in many things. So it's just from a personal experience and from research I have done. So you can listen to it and pick the ones that you're comfortable with. The first thing that you should invest your money in is land. They are no longer producing land. Remember that the land that is available is the same land that was there when Adam was created. There is no new land. They are not creating new land. So in life, if you don't have a piece of land, you have not a kind of achieved anything. So one thing that you should put your money that is very necessary that we appreciate with time is land. Any man that doesn't have a land does not own anything. Land is very important. It's the store of value, the same thing as money. Any land you buy $10,000 today, if you sell it in the next 2 years, you will sell it up to $15,000, depending on the level of inflation. So land is a very important piece of investment or piece of asset that any person that wants to become a millionaire needs to invest in. Once you have some loose money on you, don't go and keep it in a bank. Disadvantage of keeping money is the bank is that inflation will affect the money. The level of inflation will always overtake the level of interest that they will give you on that money in the bank. The inflation in the country. So it's better you store the value inside a land. And a land you buy, please don't rush and go and start building on that land. You can go and get all the documents. You fence the land first to secure the land. Then you can comfortably build a mini house there or something like a bacha and allow people to live there just to secure the land. You can build a well and you just fence around the land just to secure it. Any land you buy today, in the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years, when you go and sell that land, you will know how much you have made on that. So land is the first tangible asset that any person that is serious to become a millionaire has to own. The second one is rental real estate. Rental real estate is a real estate that you will have that is still giving you money. At the same time, the real estate will still be appreciating in value. Let me give you an example. If you build a residential house that people are residing on, not a personal house, a residential house is a rental house that people will come and pay rent and stay in. So I'm advising you, if you're building your first house, don't go and build a duplex for you and your family. No. Build a residential house that people will come and reside and pay rent to you. You can build the house in apartments. You stay in one apartment, depending on the number of apartments you are able to get, and you rent the other ones out. And those ones will be paying your bills. As the inflation is increasing in the country, you are increasing the rent of your apartments and you are making money. At the same time, your real estate, which is your house, is still appreciating in value. Don't go and start building a duplex unless you have had a lot of residential buildings and you really want to settle down. Then you can build a duplex that you and your family can stay for privacy sake. But at a young starter or somebody that is starting out and you want to become a millionaire, go and build a kind of residential building. Then don't go and borrow money and start building houses. You will be in a very deep dilemma. What you should do is that since you have secured the land, fence the land and leave it. Then go and start a business. Use the proceeds of your business to erect that building that you want to erect or any structure that you want to erect. It is not advisable to use loans to build on a land that you just acquired and you start paying debt. No, it is good to get the land, leave the land for a while, then do your business, use the proceeds from the business to build a house. It is safer that way. So the next one is real estate, not rental one. You can have a house that you will just build and you leave it there. It will still appreciate in value. Any house that you build on a land, it will still appreciate. Any land that you get and you do not build anything on it, it will still appreciate. Real estate involve lands, buildings, and other structures that you can have. You can build warehouses that you can rent out. You can build open spaces that you can rent out. That you can buy open spaces that you can rent out. They are all real estate. And there are some people that their business is just to buy land, they leave it for some time, they resell, they make their gain, and they buy land again. And now let me tell you, any real estate you do, whether you do it in town or village, is not a waste, because a town today was a former village. A village today will become a town tomorrow. So real estate, apart from rental one, the normal real estate is still money. Any real estate that you have built, so far that is a house, it is not a waste. It will increase in value. But it is better for you to do rental real estate than to build a normal real estate that you're not renting out. The third thing is to invest in money market and stocks. Money market and stocks. Money market involve fixed deposits, mutual funds, treasury bill, then stocks. There are a lot of stocks that you can kind of invest your money in and you make a lot of money. Blue chip stocks. Blue chip is companies that have stood the test of time. Example is companies like ExxonMobil, Coca-Cola, company that you know, Guinness, company that you know that they have stood test of time. Pepsi, you know that they are almost global and they have reliability, they have reputation, they have been there, they have a history of long standing. Those companies you can invest in their stock. We call them blue chip companies. So what I'm talking about is blue chip stock. Then we have ETF stocks and some other broad-based stocks that you can invest in. Then another thing is shares of companies that are doing well. Companies like Nestle Foods and the other ones, you can comfortably invest in them, Procter and Gamble, and you make a lot of money. You have shares and they will be paying you dividends. And whenever you want to sell those shares, you will sell them and still recover your money. In the shares, you're a part owner of the company and you go to shareholders meeting and you'll be a part of the company. While in some stocks, you are not a part holder of the company and at the end you get money. Then fixed deposit. Instead of for you to keep your money in a normal bank account and just leave it that way, fix the money. There will be a particular amount of interest that will be paid to you after that time expires that you put the money for. If it's 6 months, if it's 3 months, if it's 1 year, you will know that this money will use this amount of money for you. So that one is fixed deposit. There is one we call mutual fund and treasury bills. Just try as much as possible to invest in all these things and you make a lot of money. Before you invest in those kind of companies, look out for companies that have reputation, that have stood the test of time. Those are the kind of companies that you will go and invest your money in. The next one is invest in other people's business. If you see people that have good idea and they are looking for funds and you have access to funds, you can write a very good agreement, secure your own part of the deal, and you become a silent person, a partner, an angel funder, somebody that is funding them. You become an angelic this thing to them. You will fund them, and once they go on and they are making profit, you'll be making your money without being directly involved in that business. All these people selling on the streets, you neglect some of them, they make a lot of money. All these women that are selling on the street, you can be a helper at the same time you're making your money. You can go to many of them, you fund their business, you tell them percentages that they will be bringing back to you every month, and you'll be surprised. Most of them are so honest that they'll be giving you back your percentage. You'll be surprised something that you invested, let's say you invested something like $1,000 and they'll be paying you a kind of 6%. Just remember that within 10 months, they have already paid you 60%, 600%. And before you know it, you have already gotten your money back. And at the same time, your capital is still there. So invest in other people's business. This is another way of becoming a millionaire as fast as possible. The last but not the least is intellectual property. Intellectual property. Make sure that you are a problem solver. If you provide solution to problems, both for people and for companies, you become very rich. So many people, they make money through their intellectual property, what they are able to come out. Most companies that you see selling many things, those things that I sell, most of them are not their ideas. These are some people's intellectual property that they must have sold to them. Let me give you an example. WhatsApp. Facebook bought WhatsApp from the owner. It's that person's intellectual property, and it was bought out from the person by the Facebook. And the person has made a lot of money just by bringing out a solution to a problem. So what you should do, think about what people are passing through, what people need, provide a solution, and people will pay you heavily. So for you to become a millionaire, this is one of the way to invest. Invest in your intellect, your intellectual ability. Think out things, and before you know it, you become a solution and people pay you for it. Most people on the YouTube that are doing some courses, they are solving issues for people that are having those issues. And at the end, people will pay for those courses and they will make their money. So intellectual property is another way of investing and making money and a kind of becoming a millionaire before you know it. So last but not the least now, a bonus is gold. If you invest in gold, gold is always appreciating. Gold can never go down. If you buy gold today with $10, tomorrow the gold will be like $50. So it's an appreciating substance that if you buy and keep, gold is still a store of value as money. Gold is as good as money. And if you want to sell your gold, you will sell it as fast as possible. So far that it's a pure gold and it's a real gold and not a fake one, you will sell it. So many people store their money in form of gold. They invest in gold, and as time is going on, the prices will be going up. And once you sell your gold, you make a lot of money. So if you have loved this content or this my video and these ideas that I'm bringing to you, please, you can support this my channel by liking, sharing it to people that need this kind of information, and subscribing to my channel, so that whenever I drop this kind of amazing content, you'll be one of the first people to get this information and you'll learn a lot from it.